coverage this afternoon of the arrival of the Asantehene, King of the Ashanti, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. His aircraft has just touched down at Piarco International Airport at the South Terminal. That's the Vista jet that has brought His Majesty, His Royal Majesty, in fact, to Port of Spain for what will be a week of celebrations in, of course, a special invitation from the Honourable Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, to Trinidad and Tobago based on his visit for the Ghana's independence anniversary just before the pandemic. This is a special occasion for His Royal Majesty. He is the 16th in line as King of the Ashanti Kingdom, and 50 persons are accompanying him on his visit to Trinidad and Tobago. They include Queen Mothers, divisional chiefs, linguists, umbrella, which of course is the symbol of authority for the king, as well as hornblowers, Katy drummers, and dancers. And just to give you a context, Ghana, as we know it, is some 5 hours ahead of Trinidad and Tobago in time. This flight was just about 6 hours out from Ghana to Port of Spain, landing at Piarco International. And if you want to have a little bit of context, Ghana is 47 times bigger than Trinidad and Tobago. But on this occasion, we are the big ones as we welcome His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, the Asantehene, to Port of Spain. Joining us on the tarmac is TDT News' Mahalia Joseph Wharton. Good afternoon, Mahalia.
Yes, so we are currently at the Piarco International Airport at the South Terminal, to be exact, where we are awaiting for the Asantehene to depart from the aircraft. Now, there's so many people waiting here for him. I can just tell you a couple of the ministers that are here right now. We have the Minister of Tourism, Culture and the Arts, Randall Mitchell. We also have the Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hines, as well as we have some of the persons on his entourage team who would have arrived before. Now, the Asantehene has a packed schedule ahead of him, as he is also going to be a part of our emancipation celebrations as well. Tomorrow, he's expected to meet with Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, as well as the President of Trinidad and Tobago, Christine Kangaloo.
As Mahalia Joseph Wharton reports to you from the tarmac, this is the quarter guard that has assembled for the official arrival of the Asantehene, and he will be greeted at the steps of the aircraft by Trinidad and Tobago's Ministry of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Chief of Protocol. And once that introduction has been made, then he will be afforded the opportunity to be greeted by the Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs. But this visit to Trinidad and Tobago, as Mahalia has said, is such a packed itinerary with events spanning the length and breadth of our island, and of course a great opportunity for us to see the Asantehene. Those that are making their way to the steps at this time are all part of his delegation. And let's cross back now to see some of the moments of the special arrival of the Asantehene, His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, to the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. What you see at this time is the umbrella, which is the official symbol of authority that has to be raised before the descent of His Royal Majesty down the aircraft. You're seeing here Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, the Asantehene, as he arrives in this very historic moment on the land, Trinidad and Tobago. Greeting him at this time are, of course, officials who are part of His Royal Majesty's delegation. He's also greeted there by the Consul to Ghana, Hilton John Mitchell. And now there's an introduction to the Chief of Protocol. And the Chief of Protocol has the responsibility to now afford an introduction to the Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, to His Royal Majesty. They exchange their pleasantries, pay special attention to the fact that the symbol of authority for His Royal Majesty remains covering him for the duration of the time that he is on the tarmac. Now there's the introduction of the honorable ministers who are part of the official ministerial delegation to receive His Royal Majesty into Trinidad and Tobago. Each of these greetings will be symbolically important. Senator the Honorable Amory Brown has the distinct pleasure on this occasion of introducing each of the representatives and delegates that are here to welcome His Royal Majesty to Port of Spain. These special introductions also afford the right of honor to His Royal Majesty, where, of course, he is greeted with a bow and then, of course, the shaking of hands. As he walks, notice, of course, the umbrella continues to escort His Royal Majesty for the duration of his steps. He is then afforded the opportunity to mount the dais, and it is at this time that we should have the Guard of Honor, represented here, of course, by the Quarter Guard that has assembled. We'll listen at this time. His Royal Majesty has received a salute from the Quarter Guard, whilst other members of